How do you obtain the equation of the surface of revolution when a given curve is rotated about an axis? You will stop memorizing this formula table, and here you will learn the logic behind these movements and the step-by-step process to obtain the formula for the surface of revolution so that you won't need to memorize the formulas to solve these types of problem. If you revolve this semicircle about y-axis, what you'll get is a 3D surface which is a sphere. This one is given by the equation x squared plus y squared plus z squared equals 1, with center 0, 0 and radius equal to 1. In general, given any curve in yz plane revolved about the y-axis, the equation of the surface of revolution can be obtained by the following formula. You may look at this one as a circle with center 0, 0 and arbitrary radius in terms of y. Now, we have the different 3D surface equation formula given a 2D curve and its axis of revolution. Most of the students find this table hard to memorize. Now, good thing is you don't need to do that. Instead of memorizing this one, do this one instead. Step 1. You need to rewrite the given 2D equation such that the input value of your f is the same with the variable in your axis of revolution. Now, for step 2, since you have the value of your f, you need to square that one and equate that to the sum of the squares of two other remaining variables. And that gives you the formula for our surface equation. Okay, first thing you need to do is you need to make sure that the input value of your f is the same with your axis. Okay, so say for example you have this one. X equals f of z. And then you need to make sure that the input value of your f coincides with your axis of revolution. Then after that, you make this one as your radius. You will have the resulting equation f of z squared. Now, since the missing variables are x and y, you simply take the summation of square of each variable. Hence, this would be the resulting equation that you can obtain. So let us verify this one. X equals f of z. You have the z-axis. Then the resulting equation is similar with this one. You can apply the technique to other values as well. Let us now solve our first problem. So here we have y as your axis of revolution. So therefore, we need to extract z equals f of y in this equation so that the input value of f is the same with the axis of revolution. To see this, consider the following solution. Okay. So first you need to isolate z. So x squared is equal to 4 minus y squared. I mean 4 plus y squared. Transposing y to the other side. And then we divide both sides by 4, which gives you 1 plus y squared over 4. Next is we take the square root both sides. So this gives us positive negative square root of 1 plus y squared over 4. Now, since z is already isolated, this means this one is your f of y. By the formula, this is the surface equation we have mentioned. So this is where it plays. So since you are considering f of y, this means the missing variables are z and x. So therefore, we must have x squared plus z squared, which is equal to f of y squared. Now, this f of y, when you square this one for this will actually remove the positive negative sign and the radical sign. So therefore, this implies y squared plus z squared, which is equal to 1 plus y squared over 4. We now multiply 4 both sides, which gives us 4x squared plus 4z squared, which is equal to 4 plus y squared. We now simplify this equation. We have 4x squared plus 4z squared minus y squared equal to 4. And that's how you obtain this solution. And hence, we're done with this first item. For our next problem, we will try to solve this one without extracting the square root. Notice that x here is the axis of revolution. Therefore, we must extract f of x in this equation. Precisely, we have y equal to f of x. Since in our plane equation later, we will need to solve for f of x squared. You may consider this one as the y squared value. Since if you square this y, it's like saying na you're looking for the y squared. So it is enough to isolate this y squared. To formally write that one, y squared is equal to 3 minus plus 2x and then minus x squared. So now this one is the value of your f of x squared. Now the surface equation is given by this one. So this one is we have x. So the missing variables are y and z. So therefore we must have y squared plus z squared supposed to be f of x squared, but this one is equal to 3 plus 2x minus x squared. So simplifying this one gives you this value. We have x squared and then you have minus 2x plus y squared plus z squared equal to 3. So this is your final equation. Now for the final item, for those who want to solve this problem, few seconds will be given so that you can pause the video and we will continue with the solution in few seconds. Here we have the axis of revolution to be your z-axis. And you need to extract f of z in this equation so that this will be the same. Since this one is in terms of xz, then you must isolate y. But since the surface formula includes f of z squared, it's like you're looking for y squared. So it is enough to isolate y squared. For the solution, first, you square both sides. You have z squared is equal to 1 plus y squared. Since this radical sign will be cancelled, and this one will give you z squared. So this implies y squared is equal to z squared minus 1. So you can transpose 1 to the other side. And then this part here is your f of z squared. This one, f of z squared. Since this one is equal to y squared. So from the surface equation, since the missing variables are x and y, then the formula for the surface gives you x squared plus y squared is equal to f of z squared. Now try to substitute this f of z. So we have z squared minus 1. So simplifying this one gives you x squared plus y squared minus z squared plus 1 equals 0. And that's how you obtain the equation of the surface of revolution. To verify your understanding in the formulation, a challenge problem is given. So this one covers a different approach at which you need to find the generating function instead of the equation of the surface. Now, why do this formula always work? If you consider a moving circle given by this, a circle which is parallel to yz plane and moves around the y-axis with radius equal to the height of your function, this circle traverses all points of your surface. Now, we can use this concept to find the equation that we want. Now, if you cut this surface about y equals y0, then the circle intersection is equal to this one. Now, suppose that Q is the point at which it intersects with your curve and R is the perpendicular drop. Then the height of this segment is equal to the radius of your circle. Now, suppose that this is the circle. The equation of this one is given by x squared plus d squared, which is equal to r squared. But since we established that its radius is equal to f of y0, then we can simplify this equation into x squared plus d squared, which is equal to f of y0 squared. Now, since this point y0 dictates the location of this circle about the y-axis, and we want this circle to traverse all points of the surface, we can replace this one by an arbitrary y. In general, we can actually replace this y0 by any y. And in that sense, we can actually have the equation of the surface, which is equal to this one. So this is how you obtain the equation of your surface. You can share your answer in the comment section. We will cover more of these problems in our next video.